The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
Dude, they really got a lot in with 6 episodes.
They did, and it didn't even feel like, you think about it, it's almost 6 hours that we watched.
And it didn't even overstay its welcome.
Not at all.
Welcome to episode 223 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
We're here to talk about Moon Knight on Disney Plus from Marvel Studios. You know, the people that bring you all the cool shit. Like Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I haven't seen it yet, don't spoil it.
Same, but still. Like, we'll talk about it soon, but still. And obviously the rest of the MCU, which weirdly, as of recording this, we've already recorded an episode that'll come out 2 weeks from now, so it will be missing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So stay tuned.
Whoopsies.
No, it's all good. We're doing a thing called taking vacations because we need them, but we wanted to keep bringing you guys something.
We are doing double time just so that we can enjoy ourselves later.
Right.
But we don't want you to miss out.
Exactly. Like Devin takes his job like so fucking seriously that he's bringing it here so that he can deliver more shit to you.
Amen.
Brother Ben.
I go above and beyond.
That's it, man. You deserve that motherfucking raise. But now we're getting into Moon Knight, obviously. So again, we say 6 episodes in. It didn't feel like it was very long. It didn't overstay its welcome. And honestly, I didn't read in depth a lot of the Moon Knight comics. I've read a little bit of them. I always thought the character was very intriguing. It was almost like somewhat Marvel's Batman in a way, but not 100%.
He always struck me as Batman and Rorschach mixed together.
With a little bit of mummy kind of shit going on with...
Yeah, it's Batman and Rorschach wrapped together in mummy.
Legit. I do have to say that just from the comics that I did read, I like what they did pull from it and how they kind of, you know, they melded different aspects of it together.
Right, yeah.
Which, spoilers, by the way, we're going to be talking huge spoilers. So if you haven't seen the series yet, turn this shit off and come back when you have.
Anytime I was around the Moon Knight character, he was really a side character in other comic books. And I love the character. I don't know why, though, but I think it's because, you know, you talk about Spider-Man and they're like, okay, if you're going to read Spider-Man, you got to read Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man Blue, you got to get this, that. Batman, It's Dark Knight Returns, Hush, Long Halloween, things like that. Moon Knight, nobody really tells you, hey, this is the one that you got to read.
Right. I mean, there was Werewolf by Night, which was 70s, dude, 70s to the 80s around that time. And then, you know, you had a lot of other shit where you had the Resurrection Wars where he was in there. You had fucking Vengeance of the Moon Knight, which was late 2009.
Okay, see, I haven't read that one.
I'm just saying, I've just thumbed through just random shit over the years, man, because it was one of those characters that I didn't know about my entire childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately, a lot of these characters were not, I want to say overlooked, but you know what I'm saying? They weren't given that big pedestal like Hulk, Spider-Man, X-Men, fucking all that shit, you know?
Right. I mean, I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day, where what a time to be alive, where we are getting these lesser known characters adapted and taken seriously. And it's so easy to be like, oh, they're doing another X-Men movie. Well, why do you need Wolverine? Well, look at the fucking charts, dude. Obviously X-Men has such a huge catalog you can pull from, but Wolverine makes so much fucking money. If you were Kevin Feige, you'd be a fucking idiot not to at least consider Wolverine.
Yeah, true enough. And so the fact that Marvel have come this far and they're taking chances on properties like the Eternals and Moon Knight. And hell, they even took a shot with the Inhumans at one point.
Yeah, I remember that shit on the fucking telly.
Weirdly enough, it was supposed to be a movie. They were going to make an Inhumans movie, and then they just kind of were like,
yeah,
because they were like, maybe not. Because I want to say they were like, okay, we see all these properties coming back under the umbrella soon, so maybe not, crack these eggs before they start to hatch on their own kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the Inhumans got pushed to a very short-lived TV thing.
Not even the full season.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I remember being like, Marvel just took an L? What the fuck?
Right? They did it gracefully, though.
They really did, because so many people already forgot about it.
Yeah, but Moon Knight is a really good exception because not only do you have a really intriguing character, but, dude, fucking Oscar Isaac? Holy shit.
Bro, he fucking killed it in this.
He really did, and a lot of people out there are probably more familiar with his portrayal of Poe Dameron in the Star Wars trilogy, the new one that just come out. The weird thing is, I remember him being Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse, okay? And so this is not his first go with Marvel. And I think it's kind of neat how they'll reach back out to some of these actors and they're like, look, we know you did this. It's like Chris Evans. Like, bro, we know you was fucking Human Torch, but we got something a little better for you.
we have a script worth acting in.
Yeah. Oh, man, I wasn't going to beat that beat, but okay, fuck yeah. That was great. It's true. And it's not even that X-Men Apocalypse was shit. They could have done...
No, God, no.
They could have done more with it. I really feel like the younger X-Men, like from the First Class and then Days of Future Past and Apocalypse, that all probably could have been better, but here we are.
Well, I also think you got to look at like the stem of movies that was coming out from the X-Men franchise at the time.
Sure.
Apocalypse was not going to hold a candle to those, at all.
Yeah, and let's not talk about Dark Phoenix either. Fuck.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Okay. Yeah. Oscar Isaac as the Moon Knight, Mark Spector, Stephen Grant / Mr. Knight. Before we even get any further into this, because I know we could have a conversation about this topic for fucking days, I just want to get it out of the way and quickly point out that I thoroughly appreciated the way that they handled the dissociative identity disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It's central to him, but they didn't toss a shitload of stereotypes onto it, and I was really appreciative of that, and the way they factored it into what makes this character have these other identities. Because as you know, in the comics, he had like 3 or 4 different fucking personas. He had Stephen Grant, which was the billionaire businessman. Then he was Jake Lockley, that was like a driver. And Mr. Knight, which I thought this was cool, when Stephen would have the mask and the suit on, that was like the Mr. Knight, because he was like a suited type character. So he has like the fucking gloves and the white suit and the mask. I loved that getup.
And the fact that, like, dude, we talk about it so often, but it's just so cool to see these actually like comic book adapted costumes.
I was really impressed with how they essentially, there was like the actual Moon Knight suit where he's hooded with the cape and everything. I like how they kind of made it an amalgamation. It wasn't something that was like a suit of armor. It wasn't leather clad. You know what I mean? Like they could have totally gone the Batman route and just had like this real leather clad suit of armor looking shit. But no, he was almost mummified in a way with how the wrap would come around him and like tape his fist and his whole body up. But then he would have like the amulet attached to his chest with his fucking cape and his cowl, and his eyes fucking glow.
Dude, that shit was so sick.
I know, because I always think about how often you ask for a Batman with a cowl that has the fucking white eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I think Deadpool spoiled us a little bit.
Yeah, between him and Spider-Man, obviously, with the fucking eyes that emote.
Yeah, dude, because once we got Deadpool, I was like, see, you can do it. And then the argument was, yeah, but Deadpool's a comedy character, so they can do that. All right, fair enough. Then Spider-Man, and they made it make sense, and I was like, fuck, still lighthearted enough, so I guess I can kind of walk around it, I guess, kind of. And then in the Batman, whenever he wears the contacts, I'm like, that right there. Upgrade that.
Yeah.
Make them white.
I was there. I seen it. This man became the Leonardo DiCaprio meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just, pointing right at the fucking screen. I see it a lot. It's fucking great, actually. The other people in this series were cast really well, too. I was a big fan seeing Ethan Hawke do some fucking shit, man.
Right?
Like, nobody talks about that guy anymore. Like, really. And he's one of the most, to me, underrated fucking actors.
Yeah, like, what can he not do?
Right. And here's the thing that, like, I pointed this out, and I know you probably may have subconsciously thought about it, but now you're never going to be able to unsee this once I say it.
Okay.
Okay, so for those out there listening, he obviously played the character of Arthur Harrow, who is the main villain in this. And I'm sitting here kind of laughing because when he rolls out, I was just sitting there waiting for him to just kind of look and have like electricity shoot out of his fucking fingertip and him go, I don't think so. Motherfucker looked like Raiden from Mortal Kombat in a way.
He did.
Just a little bit.
He did.
Just a little. Just a little.
Talking about acting and everything, there was one shot in, I want to say the third episode, maybe? Oscar Isaac is like talking to his own reflection, right? Bruh, I swear on everything, unless they dubbed over this, my man's had a fucking conversation with himself as two different actors in one take.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there was some dubbing, but the sequences where he would just go from one to the other like that.
Dude.
That shit is impressive.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, I know it's cliche as fuck to use this term, but it's magic watching that shit, dude. That's the reason I live for film.
And that's the thing is, I was talking to a guy at work and he was like, yeah, it was very well done. I just wanted more Moon Knight. And I was like, I get what you're saying, but I was too engrossed in the actual mental state of these characters.
This was probably Disney/Marvel's best handling of a character study of the person behind the quote-unquote superhero mask since Iron Man.
Yeah. That, to me, that's without a doubt. And also, I'm just going to say it. I think this is their best series that they've done on Disney Plus.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I think Loki is a close second.
Yeah, absolutely. Loki is exactly what it needed to be,
Sure.
and it's perfect the way that it is.
Yeah, with an established character, of course.
Yeah. Moon Knight, though, that's the one where I'm like, okay, so we're getting a season 2, right? Like, I want more of this.
Oh yeah, not only are we getting a season 2, he's definitely crossing into the film territory at this point.
He should. He definitely should. I would love to see him just like have a conversation with Bruce Banner. Because you got to think about it, the transformations and everything. Think about it whenever Steven and Mark, like, they wake up and they're like, what the fuck happened?
Right. And that was, okay, so the slow rollout of that, which I would love to see that fucking situation happen, by the way. But that rollout that they do is fantastic. How it's not necessarily slow burn, but I like whenever they show shots of him tripping and falling out of the bed with his foot attached to that chain and he's got sand around his fucking bed. And you're just like, what the fuck? And then at first you're like, oh, it's so he can see his footprints to make sure he's not sleepwalking again. Then like you fucking realize later on, oh shit, he's got like DID. So this is literally for him to not leave and all this other shit. But then once you finally get around to realizing why he's got a second personality that he reverts into. And the fucked up part is I actually called it when he was talking to his mom in the first couple episodes. I was like, she's dead. There's no fucking way. I called that shit like in the first couple of episodes because there was never any return conversation. And I know this sounds fucked up, but this series kind of fucked me up personally. Just watching somebody that has like a mental disorder or a mental illness, like, fuck, dude, that personality is talking to a fucking voicemail. Like, I was like, he's probably flooding a goddamn inbox, like a voicemail inbox. And that fucked with me the whole time I watched.
I didn't realize it until they
They said it.
And I was just like, what?
Bro, that felt like a goddamn, like, even though I knew it was coming, that still felt like somebody dropped a fucking boulder on my chest, man.
Because Brittany was like warning me. She was like, did you watch it yet? I was like, no. And she goes, we got a Later's Gators, but at what cost? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I mean, we got a Later's Gators, but at what cost? I was like, what does that mean? What am I in for? And then I watched it. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I cried, dude. I was like, oh, this poor bastard. Like, seriously.
And then the fucking end of that episode, too.
Yeah, but like you find out, Steven finds out that, oh, I'm not the original persona. Like, I'm the made up guy.
His whole life was just a
fucking lie.
God damn, dude.
Imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking Steven dies. God damn.
I'm glad they went back for him. Like, I'm so happy about that. But like, oh my God, when that happened,
I was just sitting there like, well, you can't do a singular Moon Knight. You gotta have. Is that how they bring in Jake? Like, he's the new second? Like, we're just not gonna have three?
He says, I'm the new guy.
Yeah, like I thought for a minute, well, maybe 3 characters is too much for one person to act on?
Nah, and we'll get to that third character in a minute. But funny enough, dude, I kept sitting there going, there's got to be, there was something about his Stephen Grant, like the voice and the persona. And I kept thinking to myself, this is very familiar. And do you remember Carl Pilkington? Do you remember that TV series that he did with Ricky Gervais? Like, and
no,
there was this. Okay, I think it was called An Idiot Abroad. And Carl Pilkington, they would take him and they're like, oh, we're gonna send you on like this extravagant fucking trip to like somewhere. I'm not even thinking correctly of where he actually went because I've seen this series. But they would drop him in some fucking random shit. And he'd be like, oh, yeah, great. Like he'd be like, I'm going to go to the Taj Mahal. And he's booked in like these really low rent bullshit, like shanty fucking like houses. And I don't say that disparaging. Like they literally drop him in like how the real locals live.
Oh.
Where some of them don't have like, they have the necessities, but to them, that's how they do it. You know, and he's coming from, you know, the UK where he's got like, you know, his house and all this other shit, like, you know, his toiletries, but he's just like, oh, I'm going to be staying with this family that literally lives in this like literal cutout hole in a building behind their little cook stand. They literally live in the thing where like they stay in behind their little cook stand on the street.
Fucking God.
Yeah. So like his mannerisms and his voice, that's what I'm getting at. Like the mannerisms, the voice and the timid kind of shit. That's where his Stephen Grant persona kind of came from. And he was like this real sweet guy, like not Carl, but like Steven was this real sweet, unassuming, just everyday dude that loved his job at his gift shop spot for this museum. And it was so fucking crazy how that character was just so much, like when you watch it, you're like, this dude is so much smarter than, why is he a gift shop person? It makes you really, at the very beginning, like, you know, we talked about it being 6 episodes in, but it really makes you like hook right into this guy. And you're just like, I love this man. I love this guy. And there's just something about him. You want to just like grab him and fucking give him a big hug. Because it just kind of seems like shit things kept happening to him. And you're like, why?
Yeah, because he never struck you as somebody who did anything.
But live. Yeah. And then his girlfriend, wife, Layla, like when that happened, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. Like once she entered the picture and then like the scarab happened, I was like, we about to get into it. The fact that they went with the Scarlet Scarab persona with her too later on was kind of interesting. I enjoyed how they gender swapped that particular hero with her. And just and Khonshu, dude, fucking speaking of Khonshu, remember Scarface?
Of course.
Okay.
What kind of a question is that?
It's mostly for everybody out there listening. But you remember Scarface. This has to do with Khonshu. Remember the dude that got hung from the helicopter?
Yeah.
That's the guy that voices him.
Really?
I'm assuming the necktie from the helicopter hanging fucked his throat up so he could do this voice pretty good now. That was a joke.
No, it wasn't. That's what happened.
Yeah,
he was method acting.
True, that's true. But no, when I found out that was F. Murray Abraham, I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, it didn't sound anything like him. The way they did Khonshu's story, how he was attached to Mark Spector, pretty fucking close to the actual origin of Moon Knight. Wasn't he like ex-military in a couple of the comics, if I remember right?
Yes, he was.
So he's ex-mercenary in the TV series, which is like, okay, they're kind of giving him some kind of fucked up backstory where he did some bad shit, but had a change of heart in the end. Was like, no, because like it came time for him to fuck up a bunch of innocents at this point. And he's like, I ain't doing that. And then he got fucking shot and left for dead. And that's where he found the statue. And then the statue fucking spoke to him. And then, you know, he got inhabited. And then here we are. So I thought that was kind of a neat switch around for this character in particular. But my God, like, I know we keep going back to the shortness of like the series, but holy shit, dude, each episode seemed to pack a big fucking punch.
That's the thing, is like they all had so much content and lore. Like it never felt like this was a filler episode. Even like the lesser episodes were not bad.
Dude, the weird thing is my favorite episode out of all of these was the fifth one, Asylum.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Well, that's because like it was just Oscar Isaac acting his fucking ass off.
He needed an Oscar.
I know, dude. Bruh. And it was just so fucking good.
Well, I think the thing that really drove me for that episode was you didn't realize he was basically in the Egyptian afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Like that fucking purgatory where, oh, you may or may not get to pass to the field of reeds and you may get tossed in the fucking sands and frozen. Because at first you're sitting there like, oh, fuck. Like he got shot. Like obviously he got shot at the end of the fourth episode and all right, oh, he's fucking dying. And then he runs, I swear to God, that fucking Hippo.
I loved her.
I did too, man. She was great. And what was her? Taweret was her name?
Something like that. I just wanted to hug her.
Me too. She was fucking, I want to go shopping with her and have fucking drinks and shit. She seems like the kind of person you just go fucking, like, you're just there. You're just vibing. You're just fucking drinking mimosas and bullshit. And she's like, I want to go shopping. And you're like, fuck yeah, let's go. And you're drunk. But
that is so oddly specific. I feel like you've had that experience.
Yeah. I've been there a few times. It ain't bad. It ain't bad. Just fucking drink and look at shit you can't afford.
And then you drink again.
That's right. So when he's in the fucking hospital, the psychiatric ward, I love that they toyed with the idea of you don't know if this is all in his head, if he's actually been telling the events of 1 through 4 to this person the whole time. Kind of how the Lego movie was, where oh, it's just this person and their dad playing with these toys and he's trying to super glue them in place so they don't fucking move. Oh, this shit's just kind of all in my head. You were my fucking therapist, so you were the bad guy trying to fuck me over, and all the guards, like the orderlies, you guys are all of like your fucking army trying to, you know, hold me back, and I gotta beat the shit out of you guys. And you know what I mean? Like that's kind of the vibe I got. And then whenever you figure out, oh, no, he's in his own mind and he's seeing all this because in his brain, this is where, you know, his mindset takes him as far as like, you know, the purgatory. Because even Taweret's like, yeah, you can see anything you want to. Fucking psychiatric hospital's kind of new to me, but okay, we can make it work. And I'm sitting there like, drinks and shopping. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. I want to hang out with this Hippo in this fucking psych ward.
That's a sentence I never thought to hear.
I mean, yeah, but they go to a fucking boat, like right outside the fucking doors. And that's where the holy shit moment happens. And then I'm like, I want to be on a boat with a fucking hippopotamus drunk off my fucking ass. That's 2 sentences you never thought you'd hear in your life right there. Hey, you there, sitting there listening.
Yeah.
Are you ready to be blown away?
Yeah. Oh, God.
You asked for it, and they listened. Our friends at Manscaped just relaunched the Ultra Smooth package. It's back. Yeah, your new favorite tool and complement to the Lawnmower 4.0 to keep your boys smooth while looking and feeling their best. It's time to crop that bush of yours and get right to the roots with a discount just for you. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. The legends who introduced the electric ball hair trimmer are bringing back their razor so you can be set and trimmed front to back. It's no joke. You no longer have to borrow your partner's razor for that precise trim. Are you tired of ingrown hairs? You tired of cuts? Or hard to reach places?
I can't fucking reach. I got T-Rex arms.
Well, fear not. We have 4 steps to help you out. 1. Grab the trusty Lawnmower 4.0 and give your boys the classic trim to your liking to get the loose hairs out of the way, and then take out the Manscaped Ultra Smooth package to make your package the perfect package. It's a lot of packaging. Step 2. The Crop Exfoliator, infused with ingredients that can soothe, clear, and keep the skin on and around your groin feeling refreshed. The Crop Exfoliator can help reduce the risk of ingrown hairs in your delicate spots. Step 3. The Crop Gel. See where you're shaving with our unique clear shaving gel just for the groin. With 4 essential oils, it's like a spa treatment every time you shave down there. Bro, it's a spa for your balls?
Can we swim?
Bro, we gonna be floating. Step 4. The Crop Shaver was designed for shaving the groin area with confidence. 3. Precision blades include extra wide lubricating strips and a pivoting head for the ultimate shaving experience. The Crop Shaver is not your average razor. It's smaller, thicker, with a micro comb bar that allows for the best shave possible from any angle.
Tried and true. I love it.
Beach balls are meant to be smooth, and now your balls can be too. By the way, all 3 of these products are vegan, cruelty-free, and sulfate-free, so you know that your manhood is in good hands. Get 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off plus free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Smooth out your fellas with the relaunched Ultra Smooth package from the fellas at Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
I'm Jamie.
We're Married with Television, marriedwithtv.com. We are a couple of Hollywood normies on the outskirts of the film and TV industry, and we talk about our favorite TV shows, music, and movies, and sometimes they talk back to us.
Sometimes I do.
Our podcast is Married with Television, one word, on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud.
Possibly Amazon soon. And we are a proud member of the OddPods Media Network.
Married with TV!
MarriedWithTV.com.
We're doing a Moon Knight episode, and I'm talking about drinking with a hippo. It's good times, I swear. I promise you haven't heard a Moon Knight review like this anywhere else.
No, they're like, what the fuck?
They probably fucking turned this shit off like halfway through. It's like 30 minutes in, roughly. Probably not once it's edited, but a good way through. And they're like, what the fuck did I just listen to? No, but seriously, once the story has unfolded to the fact that Stephen is essentially trying to stop Arthur from releasing the goddess, which is a giant crocodile.
Dude, the end fight sequence at the last episode, holy fucking shit. That whole last episode, I've seen some people say, oh, I wanted a little bit more. I don't know what else you wanted. I mean, good God. Before I even got to the mid-credit scene, I was still, like, fulfilled. I wanted Jake to make an appearance, but I was like, well, if that's the ending that you're going to go with, that was great. That was awesome.
Right?
Jake was just the icing on the cake. Like, that's just made me go, okay, so we're getting a season 2, right? That's what that was.
Well, do you remember the line when...
I think I know where you're going with this.
When
Whoever
Arthur
else is in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as that line exited his mouth, I said, we getting Jake. Not from State Farm, but we getting Jake. We getting Jake motherfucking Lockley. but the way he's introduced is fucking crazy. Like, it's a mid-credit sequence where he picks up Arthur in a fucking limo kind of Rolls Royce or something. Yeah, I love the license plate. Fucking chef's kiss. Not only is Jake Lockley a driver, kind of how he was in the comics, he's different a little bit. He's this really aggressive, like, Spanish hitman kind of thing.
Which is actually so perfect because I never read him as a aggressive Spanish guy. I always just read him as just an aggressive, like, almost like, this is going to sound so stupid. I always read him as a Boston guy. Just because whenever I think of cab drivers, I think of New York.
He's like Spanish Travis Bickle.
Yeah.
He's just pissed off, man. He's fucking pissed off with everything. And it's that part of Mark's personality where he's like, I'm tired of having to protect motherfuckers. I just need to let some rage out, man. He shoots the fuck out of him. I mean, that's how the series ends, but I mean, he shoots the fuck out of this guy. And he just drives off, and I'm just like, fuck.
It's that fucking meme of the guy shooting somebody in the chair, and he goes, why would anybody do that?
Fucking Eric Andre. I love that shit. Now, why would they do that? I just thought of something funny when we were talking about Emmett and Taweret. I just pictured Gator Golf and one of the hungry hippos just beating this shit out of each other. The board games. How fucking great. Just stick somebody out there. Don't know if you're going to do it. Don't know if anybody enough would listen to this to do this. But if you get creative, please, like, make it a picture or maybe just a reenactment. I don't care if you hold it up in front of a camera or your phone with your hands.
No, I want stop motion cinema.
Okay. Get more creative and do stop motion cinema of the plastic Gator Golf alligator or the crocodile dentist. There's two of them. You can do the Gator Golf or the crocodile dentist board game. Either one is fine. And just have them aggressively fight the hungry hippo.
Who do you think wins?
Ooh. If they go with the crocodile dentist, it may not have teeth enough to fucking eat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you go with Gator Golf, that's a heavy snap. Them fucking hippos are hungry. So,
I feel like the hippo would be one of those people that, like, cheats to win, but then looks right at the referee and goes, oh no, that was legal. I thought I could do that.
Yes.
I feel like a hippo is one of those.
Like one of those types of motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, like, they know they're cheating, but that line is very thin, so they know what they can get away with.
You punched him below the belt. He wears his pants fucking high.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's his gut. He just wears his pants high.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, the Moon Knight conversation has devolved into this, everybody. But seriously, we're not here to give a beat by beat fucking retelling of this. It's on Disney Plus. Go watch the shit. It's 6 episodes long. You could literally binge this on a fucking day off.
Yep. Richie said, I know, because that's what I did.
Close enough.
Yeah, you did it in like a day and a half.
Okay, so I watched the first 3 episodes. Like literally this week, I watched the first 3 because I wanted it to build so I could binge the shit. Because I forget Disney Plus does weekly releasing.
Yep.
So I watched the first 3 episodes on Monday, and then I watched The Tomb and Asylum on Tuesday, and then I watched Gods and Monsters on Thursday. So technically 2 days, but yeah, you could binge. We work. Come on, fuckers. We got jobs and shit.
I would watch it like the day after the release, and it was always in the bathtub. I was just sitting there soaking in that shit, watching it, and I'm like, girl, that's crazy. Girl, that's wild.
See, technology's great, everybody. You can watch this shit on your phone. You can watch it like in the comfort of your living room. Watch it on an airplane somewhere.
I don't know why I chose the bathroom. Like taking a shit and watching a show, that's one thing. Just in the bath on your phone, not even the laptop. I could totally bring my laptop there and prop it on the toilet. But no, I'm like, phone's good.
What's that line? Rorschach feeds fucking Night Owl when he's eating his beans.
Fine like this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's you. No, I come to this house and you're in my bathtub.
No.
With my laptop propped up on there. And I'm like, can I get you anything? You want to watch this on the TV?
Fine like this.
All right. Just shut the door and just fucking walk away. God damn it.
That's some shit I really would do, though.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. I wouldn't have it any other way, though. That shit's funny as hell. Before we get out of here, though, for sure, I want to touch on a few things with this show. The scoring, like the music, holy shit, dude. They actually had like an Egyptian composer come in for this.
Did they really?
Yeah, dude.
Good shit.
Yeah, and I dug the casting outside of just the main few characters. Like the dad, like his dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fascinating to me. I think we talked about this. I don't remember what movie it was, but I know we had this conversation where we were talking about how it was Ghost Rider, how we were talking about how it was so crazy how they found actors that would look like younger versions and shit. Yeah. They did the same thing here with the kids playing, the younger version of Steven.
Yeah, dude, whenever his mom came in and fucking beat his ass.
Dude, that was some of the depressing shit about this, where you saw all that, where he was unlocking memories like that he'd buried and how his home life was and shit like that. Because like he does deal with he deals with the death of his younger brother, which is a very central to his character's
very fucking sad is what it was.
Yeah, it was very central to his character's development. And oh my fucking God, yes, it was sad. But we don't want to end this on a sad note. I would love to
drown.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to end this on a great note. The fucking action sequences as Moon Knight, come on. When he jumps off that motherfucker with the cape in the moonlight, shit.
And here's the thing too, is like, it was just bloody enough to where I was like, oh shit, Marvel getting wild here. Okay.
Dude, yeah. That is another thing that I know for a fact they're starting to, and you've probably noticed this too. Whenever they got word that they were going to actually pull the Netflix Marvel shit onto Disney Plus, and I'm sure they've noticed that when these were starting to get filmed, even when WandaVision was getting filmed, and then, with the new Doctor Strange coming out, and then with Moon Knight, like you said, like the amount of blood they showed, I was like, oh my God, like I almost forgot this was a TV-14.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look like it to me. It looked like they were pushing for like that, it's about to be a TVM,
Teetering the line, give them another few years.
Probably.
But what's also crazy is the fact that like they didn't show too much. And it's to the point that you've always made is like sometimes your imagination kind of does all the work for you.
Yep.
Like people, whenever you read books and then it's adapted into a movie, how often are you like, oh shit, that was way more graphic in my mind.
Yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974 is the best example that I would give anybody. I probably repeated myself till I'm blue in the face about that, but
it's hardly any blood.
Yeah, and it's still just as frightening and still in your mind violent. But yeah, the way they did the blood in this, it was just enough where you were like, fuck, shit got serious. Like when he would black out and they would come to, and then people are fucked up, like especially the car chase sequence. That was funny as shit, where he's like driving backwards all of a sudden around that fucking cliffside. I was gripping the couch going, fuck, they're going to fly off this cliff. And yeah, this series had everything. It had the drama, had the action, had the comedy, had this, all of it.
Oh, and I love that little like Jekyll and Hyde sort of comedy with it.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to like make my brain say the whole fucking time, and I couldn't like spit it out. Like that's exactly it.
It's especially prominent because Oscar Isaac's got that dry British humor with it. So it just made it even funnier to me.
Oh, same. Yeah, check it out, y'all. Disney Plus, I mean, it's going to be on there for a while. The initial plan was to have Moon Knight be a part of the MCU for probably the next decade. But weirdly enough, as of the series premiere, Oscar Isaac hasn't signed for another season or anything else.
Motherfucker, you better fucking sign it right now.
He probably will. I mean,
you're done when we say you're done.
He's probably drunk window shopping with the Hippo right now. She'll get him to come around. She's going to be like, dude, you're going to have so much Marvel fuck you money. You should sign. Seriously, dude. Like, come on now. He's probably already got enough fuck you Disney money from the Star Wars shit, but still.
It don't matter. Give us more.
You don't we say you're done.
Give us at least like 6 seasons in a movie.
That's a lot. Make it happen. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Go to oddpodsmedia.com to listen to all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network. Buy some merchandise from us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. Leave a rating and review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, GoodPods, and Podchaser.
Everywhere.
All over the place. All over your mom.
What?
It's late. We should probably leave. I've got drunk window shopping to do.
And I'm kind of horny, I'll be honest.
Oh, all right. Well, be sure to use that Manscaped product we got.
Oh, yeah. I am.
Yeah, do that. Thank you all out there. If you've made it this far, we really appreciate you hanging out with us this week. This has been episode 223. Obviously, fucking Moon Knight.
Really?
Yeah, really. Moon Knight, a.k.a. drunk window shopping with a hippopotamus.
Make that the title.
All right, bet. Until next week, I've been Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.
Drunk!